Hello YouTube. As you can see, winter has come. My sweet potatoes are all ready to see if we got anything. I've got a lot of cleaning up to do. This is all a experiment that I did this year after watching Appalachian Ways or True Grit on YouTube. Look, I see a sweet potato just from pulling that up. Look at that. It's not big, but oh no, I think that's a new potato. Because I did plant those too. No, that's a sweet potato. I see the vine. I got me a bucket. I'll be throwing them in. I just wanted to do a little cleaning out before I really got into it. I guess I could really start in a... That's what my okra did. I wanted to keep that for the seed. Got my little cutting tool here. I know I normally do rocks and stuff, but I do take care of my yard, and this needs to be taken care of. We've had some cold nights. I've never done anything like this before, so you will be seeing it with me for the first time and see what we get from my experiment. Look at that. That just amazes me. I know they're not big like Megan and Andy's on Appalachian Ways, but oh, True Grit. I don't know why I keep on saying that. I think I'm gonna just put anything that's worth what I've got going. And it's just an experiment. I used them to as a ground cover for my garden. So I don't know how deep I should dig or where they'd be. It's all new for me. I got to know the difference in my plants and my pull it out behind me. Seems like there should be a whole bunch right here. Oh, I feel them in the ground. Wow, look at that. That's amazing. Nice potato. I'll have to rewatch her video, find out how long I'm supposed to let these sit. Look at that. That is amazing. I just used them as ground cover for my flowers, and it worked out perfectly fine. There's a lot of cleaning that needs to be done. So just ground cover that pays off with sweet potatoes is a, oh, look at there. My goodness. Wow, look at that. I can't believe the size of that. That's unbelievable. And I think I'm supposed to let them sit for 2 weeks before you do anything with them. Oh, there's something. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this before. I had a little growing in the backyard a couple of years ago, but never anything in the ground. This coming 26, I'm gonna try an actual vegetable garden, since I've been getting the bug from watching true grit. I guess I'll get out here later with a shovel and really turn all this over. I just wanted to follow what I could see and see what I could find. Just don't quite know where. I lost my... We've had some really cold nights, and it's knocked down all my flowers. But I had so many vines in here, I just figured I had to have a sweet potato. But now I'm learning that you don't need to just really pull at it. You need to do it like in an organized way, where you don't lose track of where you are. Because I know I've still got plenty in there. But I know I have, look, there they are coming out of the ground. There's one. All this came, I had one sweet potato, and I watched him creating his starters, and so I just copied what he did. I just took my sweet potato I had in the house, brought it outside, planted it in the ground, and as soon as they started, well, they made like little babies came up all around it. And then I took those and see, here's the whole area. I took those and each little baby and planted it in different spots. There's one. It's hard doing this with one hand, but I can do it. I just wanted to get some of this on video. I know I do a lot of rocks. People say you need to stick with one thing, but I spend a lot of time out here in my garden with people, and I talked about my sweet potatoes a lot, so I wanted everybody to see if I actually got anything out of it. I mean, I didn't put any effort in this at all, other than just watching it, talking about it. That was my effort. But I'm definitely gonna have to come through here and turn my ground. Look at there. And see what I actually have. That's a sweet potato. And I can, my hands aren't strong enough to get down in that dirt, and I can feel them. There is a, woo. They're all in here. But I see the more crowded areas like this, and I'd been watching him talk about, oh, look at that. Talk about how, oh wow, how they'll just come out of the ground. That's amazing. There's another big one. Oh my goodness, look at that. I think my camera's done zoomed in. Let me see if I can, yeah, there we go. Those were amazing. Those were just sticking right on top of the ground. Look at that. Wow. That is absolutely amazing. I'm I'm gonna have to go back and watch his video. Up, look at that. That really just did a whole bunch at one little thing. And remember, all this came from one potato, one sweet potato. They're still going down into the ground, so I'll still need to come out here and dig if I want more. There is a big one right there. Wow, look at that. That is just amazing. And I'm getting a bucket full of sweet potatoes. And I just bought groceries and paid for them. But I think I remember him saying that I would need to let these sit for 2 weeks to cure. There's another one. I'm actually proud of myself now. There's one. Look at that. There's another big one. They're just all right on the surface. It's unbelievable. For some reason, I thought they'd just be really deep in the ground. There's a big one. Well, it's not, but it's still, I'm excited. This is like finding my precious rocks. I see where they would have went. It's getting cold. And I remembered them saying that I would need to get in here and get it before the freeze really came in. So I wanted to make sure that I got what I could while I could. And nothing got to them, or I'm just kind of feeling around in the dirt now. I imagine there's going to be some deeper in the ground, and if I found that many in one spot, I can't imagine what's going to be in here. I don't really want to pull them away because that's how I find them when I... Oh wow, look. Okay, yeah, look at that. Just move it away and like, golly. I cannot believe that. That is unbelievable. That is way bigger than my hand. That must weigh a pound. Look, there's another one coming out all by itself. Wow. Wow. That is absolutely amazing. That ground was bulging up like he said. He said that when you knew you'd have some, when they'd just be coming up out of the ground like that. Wow, there's something going down in there. Let me move this back. Wow, ain't that amazing? I'm not sure how to go about getting them ready to eat, but I know they're nice. I've just about filled my bucket up. Probably, wow, so somebody's gonna be eating sweet potatoes, and I do all the cooking. So, get ready. This is almost like finding my precious rocks. I think it has a lot to do with just the thrill of finding stuff. I see these, whew, I keep getting spooked. I'm so used to being careful. And see, this is just an experiment. So you see that my bucket is almost full, and that I am not a gardener. I do like plants and stuff like that, but I just followed the directions from True Grit. I'll put their YouTube page in my description where people can see who I keep talking about. I done got excited and I'm not remembering the stuff that I wanted to say. Give me a chance to get some of these weeds out. But I just seen him and his family, and we've been watching them for years. And I seen how beautiful those sweet potato leaves were. And I thought what a good ground cover that would make for my garden. Instead of trying to fill every single spot with a plant or flower. And they did a wonderful job. They cover the ground really well. And have a heart-shaped leaf. And probably people know that. I didn't. But I don't know where or how these are going to do. I see these now that I've done. I think I feel a big one under there. I do. Look at that. Wow. That is just unbelievable. I thought I was going to get one or two, but I never expected this much. You can see from my old garden I had liner trying to control the weeds, and those sweet potatoes actually did a better job at blocking the weeds than anything I've ever done. These are old okra plants I grew. Let me get my bucket. I have never done anything like this to get this much out of it. It's exciting. It's like Easter egg hunt for grown-ups. I've been having trouble keeping these different grasses out of my garden for years. So this is going to be my new thing. I'm going to do sweet potatoes every year now. I'm not even trying to do other kinds of potatoes. They just made it look. I know they're experts. They're really good at what they do. I love their show. I've always liked it. I've been watching them for years, since they first started. These were my zinnia. They did really good. I actually used my own seed to grow those. I just stuck sweet potatoes everywhere, and they did what I wanted them to do. Plus, you see what I'm getting out of it. I just can't believe it. And I know I'm missing a lot, but I'm proving my point. I actually wanted to grow the potatoes, but I also care about what my neighbors think, and I didn't want like a full-fledged garden, a vegetable garden in my front yard. And I really can't have one in the back because of my dogs. But this is showing me that I can mix the two and have a little of both. Oh, look at there. Didn't know. That one's like it split open. I think I've hit the best spots. Okra. I'm positive I will find more as I go. There's a lot of spots. You can see I just covered this one little area here, and I got a whole bucket, 5 gallons at least, with some big old gargantuans just in time for Thanksgiving. But I do believe I heard them say that I've got to let these sit for about 2 weeks before I start using them. I'm not sure why or how. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it, but just a little bit of knowledge that I had, and to get out here and find 5-gallon jug full of sweet potatoes is just unbelievable for me. Kind of don't want to quit digging, but my time's getting low. You can see what I've done, where I'm going with it. I'll have to clean it all up. The ice got everything, well, the cold, it got down into freezing weather, and it even got my plants I was planning to take in. But that's just the way it is sometimes. I wanted to look and see if there was anything in here. I had a lot going on out here this year, and it just seems like they did better in the places where they had a lot of open. Oh, I feel it. Oh, look at there. Well, I'm gonna just let these, see, that's my seed. That's another thing he told me to do, to collect your own seed. That way your vegetables that you grow, if you can do it, there's stuff that I don't know, like, you know, coming back true to its seed and stuff like that. But I'm going to try my okra, and I'll try to make some of these sweet potatoes last. But you got to be proud of that, no matter what you say. That is a nice bucket of sweet potatoes. I appreciate y'all being with me. You see how blessed I am. Y'all have a wonderful day. Be blessed.